Welcome to Genesis Custom Lightsabers. This is where the magic happens. And this is Fulcrum 3. Just finished it. As you can see, it's got the animated bar graph that goes along with the music, which is of course played by Irv's Crystal Focus Saber Core version 2.61. I've selected Nova Star's sound font, which I've customized a little bit for my own liking. Different ignition sound. With Irv's Crystal Focus Saber Core, you can fine-tune the gestures, so it works with whatever your style of gesture is. Of course, now you can see this better if I put a blade in. This is just a Master Replica's cannibalized blade. Now, you won't get the full effect of the light because there's so much light in the room, but the blaster block and lock up. You'll also notice with the bar graph, I've got a red LED in there. They're all high brightness LEDs, so I don't need to use a resistor. The red LED is of course the low battery, which is indicating that the rechargeable 4.8 volt nickel metal hydride battery is low. I can recharge that anytime I want to. The thing that I like about this saber, having just completed it, is it's basically a new version of Fulcrum 1 and 2, updated. Pretty much the only custom saber shop part in the thing is the pommel, which I really like. It's ported for the sound and the speaker in there. The buttons are machined. Top button is machined copper, and the auxiliary button is machined aluminum, as you can see. One thing you'll find with Collector Labs Crystal Focus Saber Core by Irv is that everything is customizable. So what I did was I was able to purchase online a copy of SoundForge program, and I was able to customize all my own sounds, lightsaber sounds, sound files, including the menu sounds.
Sound bank selection. Nova Star.
It's my wife's voice. It creeps her out.
Dark Star. Mad Cow.
This is my own sound font with mostly Nova Star sounds
Mad Cow.
that I've adapted a little bit. One of the things that I asked Irv to put on his board, and I'm really glad he did, was the option to have this. As you can see, it's one of the LEDs in your bar graph. You can select which one. Flashes, indicating that the saber is powered on and ready to go. It was a feature that I had on previous sabers that I really wanted to work with Irv's board. Another feature that he put on that I'm really grateful for is the instant on, because as you know, with most of the power drivers, electronic drivers for the LEDs, they ramp up the power to simulate the blade extending, and they ramp down the power to simulate the blade retracting. I love the retraction, but I prefer an instant on. I find it more realistic. Thankfully, Irv's included that. You'll also notice that the bar graph can have a series of animations, different little sequences and things that you can play with and make your saber your own. You can also turn that feature off to save power. 2.61 has 6 sound banks, so I can put all kinds of stuff in there, and I can have a couple of sound banks in reserve that run on very limited power if I'm going to be using them all day. This is a saber I've had in mind doing ever since I saw what Irv was doing over at Collector Labs. I realized I had to redesign my saber in order to incorporate this. Basically, if I was a Jedi, this would be my saber. I wanted it to be perfect on every level and have every feature that I wanted and be one of the best sabers in the world. So hopefully I've done it. Cheers. Mad Cow out.